Hi guys, it's Michelle aka Chat-Mort, and welcome back once again to my humble little channel. Today I want to talk about something that has actually been getting a lot of traction in the last couple days since I scripted this video, which is hugely encouraging to me because maybe if somebody other than little old me talks about it, it'll actually get acknowledged and addressed. Probably not, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it anyway. And this is why Instagram's algorithm and all of their idiotic changes make me want to die. I used to spend hours on Instagram at a time, and as bad as that is for me, Instagram is a huge company and that's their goal. But due to their increasingly idiotic changes to their algorithm and all of their search features in general, they've pretty much eliminated that problem from my life. And I'm going to explain to you step by step why I don't use Instagram at all anymore. Reason 1. I used to spend hours alone on the Explore tab, and I'm just going to call it that because I don't know if it's the Search tab or the Explore tab. It's not labeled in any way, and this is a strictly mobile site, or they try to make it strictly mobile as much as possible, so the only thing there is the magnifying glass icon. It's not labeled anywhere. There are a lot of things that I really like seeing content of and watching videos of that I don't want to follow the accounts of, such as like makeup tutorials, really cute animal videos, and a lot of interesting arts and crafts projects. They're not things that I want to follow. Like, it's very, very rare that I actually like a piece of content enough that I'll go out of my way to find that account and follow it. It's something that I just want to do when I want to spend a couple like mind-numbing minutes or hours of just lazy self-indulgence looking at stuff that's kind of cool and kind of stimulating. What has stopped me from doing this altogether is the picked for you suggestions. The things I follow on Instagram are pretty few and far between and very specific things. There are a lot of cat rescue and cat owner accounts, ferrets, makeup artists, my friends and my family, a ton of like social political commentators who I like because I found them on other websites, some art stuff, digital and traditional, some fandom stuff, and actors? Yeah. Actors. So when Instagram suggests categories like celebrities and shows me stupid vapid garbage like Jennifer Aniston and Lady Gaga and all of the gross meat-headed squinty-eyed Channings and Tatums and Hemsworths, it's pretty insulting. What about the hashtags I use and search for? What about the accounts I follow makes Instagram think that I care about vapid, mediocre nonsense like that? What makes the algorithm predict that I care about mainstream things at all? Oh, that's right. Nothing. It's pretty apparent to me that this is Instagram's way of shoving promoted or sponsored content down our throats. It just so happens that the way they have tried to integrate this makes them seem completely dismissive of all their users and totally incompetent. Another annoyance that the search function brought to my attention is, well, I'll just show you. When you tap or click in the search bar, it auto-completes with a bunch of suggestions that are basically the people you look at the most out of everybody you're following. Like Angela White. I love her eyeshadow. It also shows you how many new posts they have. This is great when I'm following a bunch of like bloggers and singers and I just want to catch up on what they're doing specifically without having to come up with them in my feed or type in their whole name. Is the number of new posts since I last checked up on them accurate? No, not usually, but it's still a really, really cool, convenient feature that drove me to open the app on my phone. So let's click and see what happens. Oh, look who comes up first. It's Siren Cove. I want to point out that I have nothing against Siren Cove. I simply don't want to follow her account on this social media platform anymore. So the first time I unfollowed her and she popped up as the top person in my suggested people out of the list of people I follow, I figured maybe when I unfollowed her I was on like data or the internet cut out wherever I was, so it just didn't register my request that I put in when I pressed the unfollow button. But then I looked at the search feature again another day and she still came up first. I click on her account and I'm still following her. And then it happened a third time. And it happened a fourth time. I cannot tell you how many times I have clicked the Explore tab, tapped in the little search feature and had her come up first, and gone to her page and unfollowed her. Yet the next time I go to do that again, there she is. What do I have to do to get Instagram to let me unfollow this account? Who do I have to pay to unfollow this account? How can a massive business owned by an even more massive business have a problem this ridiculous? Let me unfollow her. The next thing is what I've been seeing going around kind of in meme form for the last day and a half, and a bunch of people who have a hell of a lot more influence than me have been bringing it up. And that is the non-chronological posts. And this is something that people have been upset about since Instagram first announced that they were going to implement it. The great wise men of Instagram have decided that their nebulous, nonsensical, mysterious algorithm is better for you than a nice, normal, chronological feed. And they didn't care that users didn't want it and still don't want it now that it's been implemented for months. It's annoying and confusing, and what makes me so angry is that the Instagram people just think that their users are gonna take it. The people who have made this app successful are completely being taken for granted here. What's so bizarre about this is that it always seems to be changing. I will see a certain post, and then the next day or later in the day or a couple days later, when I'm scrolling through my feed again, that post will be between two different posts in a different order than it was in the last time. Why? All this does is foster distrust and frustration and a lack of faith in the fact that the algorithm functions in any way like it's supposed to. So you're throwing this photo back in my feed higher and higher up every time I get on the app. You think I like this post because I looked at it. Good job. Good job. That's very accurate. That's a very perceptive, very effective algorithm you have there. Do you just think you know better than me what's good for me and what I want to see? Is that it? Is that what you're telling me? This garbage is idiotic. When you're browsing through the Explore feature and you see gross, annoying things that make you want to gag, like posts made with that Boomerang app that makes my head feel like it's pounding and like the walls are closing in on me, there are 3 little dots, and that is the icon you click to open the options menu on any post. And you can click the See Fewer Posts Like This button. There's a problem with this though. When I see a gross drooling baby or a slobbery dog face, or that stupid Japanese makeup trend where women look like they're in the late stages of syphilis, how does the algorithm know what about that post I disliked? Am I going to see less photos or no photos with the hashtag makeup just because I dislike one stupid trend? If an artist does that Tumblr thing where they redraw every character they like as an obese Hawaiian, am I going to stop seeing Star Wars or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Zelda posts because that person who does an annoying trend that I don't like seeing correctly tagged their fan art? I don't freaking know, but the feature doesn't work. And do you know how I know? Because since I started using it, the only thing the Explore tab shows me is Homestuck. Literally nothing but Homestuck. Please stop. Instagram's more and more idiotic changes have made the app unenjoyable, confusing, and practically unusable. And I am far from the only person saying this. Hopefully, since little old me is not the only person raising this complaint, Instagram might actually start paying attention to what its users would like, maybe, because people aren't going to keep just taking this garbage. It's completely insulting for these enormous businesses to just think, well, despite the fact that people are vehemently protesting this change before we implement it, during the implementation, and for months after it happens, we know better than you, and we know that you're not going to go somewhere else. I mean, eventually people are going to start doing it, and I for one know I'm going to soon. And whether or not I still have the app downloaded and haven't deleted my account, the fact that I never open it has to be hurting you people. And unless you start listening to what we want and what we enjoy in the app, and unless you stop fixing things that aren't broken, you're gonna start suffering eventually, and you as a business deserve to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you dearly, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I wish for death. Instagram's progressively more idiotic changes English. It's almost like it's my first language or something. Instagram's progressively more idiotic changes have made the app unenjoyable, confusing, and practically unusable. And let me tell you, I am not the only person saying this. Shh. I want to show you guys my phone. It's sided. Obviously, I made my... Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. I made my phone background a print-sided collage. So, like, I've got the least wholesome husbando and the most wholesome husbando on my phone at the same time. Now he's telling me not to kill myself. That's the significance of this wallpaper to me. Not to get heavy or anything, right? Cool. Whoa. Man, I actually just lodged something pretty significant there. I felt it. Is that what it feels like to be a cannon? You go when it shoots out like that? Probably not. I wonder if anybody out there calls their penis the Gustav gun.